Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So my apologies. I know I'm probably blowing up you guys' notifications. We're trying to bust out these videos and trying to bust out these streams. Y'all already know. Just watch it as you can with at your leisure. You know what I'm saying? No need to make everything on time, or you know what I'm saying, don't don't do that. Just take your time. A replay is just as good as a regular view. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys for checking out the content, and I appreciate you guys for supporting my channel. All right, so shout out to everybody that's here. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys cannot hear me, give me a thumbs down. And I'm going to shout out everybody that's in the building early. We got Miss Nisi, we got Jerry, shout out to Alonda, we got Carla, we got my man Tarek in the building, we got Al, shout out to Tony, shout out to Percy Earl. We got, did I say Carla already? I think I said Carla. We got Brooklyn Queen in the building. We got Patricia Slade, B1. We got Volvo 2 Love in the building. Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. Shout out to my man Black Star Racer. Shout out to Rokumuro. Rokumuro. I hope I said that right. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man Carlton Way. Shout out to AMB Film. What's good with it, bro? Good to see you. All right. Shout out to all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all being here. So, couple articles we're going to look at because this is kind of wild. Like I said, shout out to Kid Gravity. He covered this situation a while ago. I was doing some research. Very, very weird, right? But not unheard of for this, type of thing. All right. I did a stream a while back and it was called 50 Shades of Foul. How many people saw that stream that I did that was called 50 Shades of Foul? Shout out to Jay Cage. If you guys saw the stream called 50 Shades of Foul, give me a thumbs up. If you guys did not see that stream called 50 Shades of Foul, then give me a thumbs down. If you did not watch that stream, I would advise you to go and check that stream out. That's what I would advise you to do. Go check that stream out. The reason why I'd advise people to go check that stream out is because what you will find is that you will find a pattern of behavior with particular individuals when they are in a position of power, things that they do, and also how the people that they do these things to respond. And for whatever reason, it seems like they always respond late with a financial motive. Now, somebody will sit there and say, oh my goodness, how can you sit there and talk about the victim, talk about they're only saying something because of financial motive? Nobody said that. What I said was that it seems that way. It seems that way. And seems does not mean that it's 100% certain that it is that way. However, it seems that way because I noticed a pattern with these things. And I'm not invested to the point where I'm just not going to say that I don't see a pattern, because I do. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you all? So, first order of business, New York Times. Former WWE employee accuses Vince McMahon of sex trafficking. In a lawsuit, the woman says Mr. McMahon hired her at the pro wrestling company in exchange for sex and then abused her for years. Now, this quote-unquote hiring females for sex or sexual favors, that seems to happen a lot, because that was one of the things with that 50 Shades of, I forgot what it was called, but that was one of those things. You know what I'm saying? That was one of those things that went on at that software company that story was about. Okay. A former employee of the World Wrestling Entertainment sued Vince McMahon, the longtime chairman and chief executive of WWE, in federal court on Thursday, accusing him of physical and emotional abuse, sexual assault, and trafficking. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Let's just say, for instance, a woman comes and tries to offer, I guess, her body as a form of payment. Down the line, How would one be able to prove that if that woman became upset and then took that back and said, I I regret what I did. I want to start a new life. I'm suing you to complete my transformation. I got to feel like I've got to feel like I've casted this old me down. And to finalize that casting down of the old me, I have to completely sever myself from the situation, which means, sorry, buddy, you're getting sued. How would a guy protect himself from that situation? Shout out to Kid Gravity. What's good with it, bro? How would that happen? How would a guy protect himself from that? Here's my advice to guys. If you ever get in a situation where you're in a position of power, never ever only ever do business with money as the exchange. Especially if you're in a state where prostitution is illegal or something like that. Never do this kind of business. Never do this kind of business where the business can be weaponized against you. Never do it ever. 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 Don't ever do this. Let me tell you guys something. There's a lot of people that argue and say today that marriage is not a good business move. Now, how people feel about that is up to them. Right? Now, regardless of how people feel about it, throughout the United States, the divorce rate is higher than the marriage rate. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. The marriage rate is lower than the divorce rate. People are getting divorced at a faster and higher rate than they are getting married. Is this a true statement? So now, the reason why I bring that up is if people can't even maintain the business of marriage, marriage is supposed to be based on certain principles that aren't extended to the workplace. How can you expect somebody to be able to have any type of honesty or integrity in a situation like this? Me personally, I'm one of those people that's kind of skeptical as far as how marriage goes, especially being a man. Because of my skepticism of marriage, I would never engage in a situation like this where some woman says, hey, she comes and, I'm saying, trying to dress all some type of way and wants to sell me that, she'll work for the company and I could do whatever I want. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man, if I want to get those type of services, I go to Las Vegas. I'm not dealing with you off the street without no contract, without security cameras, without whatever type of means is necessary for me to be able to protect myself from when you decide to flip. And because you're ashamed of all of the stuff that you were doing for pay and you want to distance yourself from it, then I'm the recipient of all that a woman scorn. Now, am I saying that this woman in this situation is doing that? No, I'm not saying that. Not saying that at all. I'm just simply saying I wouldn't do business this way if I was a man. Vince McMahon should not be a piece of shit. At the same time, he should also do professional business. If he wasn't a piece of shit and he did professional business, both of those things would probably have prevented him from being in the situation that he's in today. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. And shout out to Tark for being a like enforcer. Yeah, Carla, or a man scoring, but I've never dealt with a man scoring, so I can't give any testimony from that perspective. I'm sure there's plenty of women who can, you know what I'm saying? They all had talk shows about it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. I don't know how scoring men get down. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says a former employee of World Wrestling Entertainment sued Vince McMahon, the longtime chairman and chief executive of WWE, in federal court on Thursday, accusing him of physical and emotional abuse, sexual assault, and trafficking. All right. The lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court in Connecticut alleges that Mr. McMahon, who was subject to an internal investigation in 2022 over allegations of misconduct, sexually exploited and trafficked the former employee Janelle Grant from 2019 to 2022. Another WWE executive, John Laurinaitis, and the company itself are also named as defendants. All right. So my question for you guys is, why do you all think that this took so long to complain about? Shout out to JW. What's good with it, bro? Why do you all think that this took so long to complain about? Mr. McMahon also pressured Ms. Grant to sign a non-disclosure agreement. The suit says in which he agreed to pay her $3 million in exchange for not discussing their relationship. This is a complicated situation, right? As far as this type of thing goes. And when I say this is a complicated situation, I'm not talking about Vince McMahon. I'm talking about dudes who deal with pay for play and sign non-disclosure agreements. In a lot of cases, guys who have a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, like stockbrokers and successful, you know what I'm saying, people like that, they engage in pay for play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not against pay for play. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. Make sure that the person that you're dealing with is clean. Make sure that you're not in a relationship, or if you're in a relationship, whatever type of stuff you got going on, make sure that it's cleared through the person that you're with. If you engage in pay for play, you know what I'm saying, dot your I's and cross your T's. You know what I'm saying? Pay for play is a industry. You know what I'm saying? Thriving industry in Las Vegas. Now, what I don't understand is that in many of these cases, like these brothels and different things like that, people sign these non-disclosure agreements, right? Why is it that these women can easily just violate these non-disclosure agreements, and then they'll put out information about a guy and shame the guy based on a fetish or based on, you know, some type of intimate secret, and it's perfectly okay. But if you simply mention some things that went on with some pass around or some bop that you was dealing with, you're the worst person in the world. And you didn't sign a non-disclosure agreement. You're literally dealing with somebody that's messed around with the entire neighborhood, but you're a piece of crap for talking about her. But a woman who's actually signed a professional non-disclosure agreement can say, hey, this dude's got a foot fetish, and then just completely ruin his reputation. Make it make sense. Does that make sense? Like, and then there's no repercussions to it. Like, these are two consenting adults. It'd be a different story if we had some, you know, some minor underage illegal stuff going on. Of course, that's not okay. I'm talking about two legal consenting adults. Just so we're clear, because people like to take this kind of conversation and take it to all different kind of places that it never went to. But we're just asking questions for now. Shout out to Jay Cage. So the agreement, and see, we'll get there eventually, right? It was an agreement, but he didn't pay on time. But now let's talk about just any non-disclosure, and let's just say that all the parameters of it were satisfied. A lot of women who use their body as body capitalism, you know what I'm saying? They just decide to want to do a tell-all, and it's just okay. And then they win court cases about it. You know what I'm saying? How many people have seen that? If you guys have seen that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys haven't, give me a thumbs down. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to AMB being the first person on the board with a super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure you guys show some love to him. Throw some radiation emoji in the chat. AMB says, it seems like these NDAs aren't holding up well, no matter who you are. Yeah, it does. It seems like that. Even in situations where there's nothing like this involved, even when it comes to like releasing product information, or when it comes to releasing trade secrets between two companies, non-disclosure agreements seem like it's very difficult to enforce them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point of what I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to sit here and say that, oh, I'm victim shaming, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm defending Vince McMahon. I'm not doing either one of those. We're just exploring this topic completely, because there could be people in here who work for companies where they've had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. You know what I'm saying? My dad used to work for a company where he did a lot of designs, and he had to have a non-disclosure agreement. So I'm just asking in all different terms of this. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the lawsuit seeks to void the non-disclosure agreement. There you go. The lawsuit is seeking to void it. Okay. It also seeks unspecified amounts in punitive damages and legal fees. Ann Callis, a lawyer for Ms. Grant, declined to comment on the suit on Thursday. All right. Ms. Grant's complaint, which was previously reported by the Wall Street Journal, and we're going to check out what the Wall Street Journal has to say about this. All right. Includes graphic descriptions of sex acts, threats, and intimidation that she says she faced over several years as Mr. McMahon, who is 78, gained control over her professional and personal lives and wielded that power to abuse her psychologically and sexually. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? The reason why I keep referencing that 50 Shades of Foul is because in that 50 Shades of Foul, they kind of had like some what do you call that? The DSM or something like that? Sadomasochism, that domination type stuff going on there, where you got to use a safety word and all that. And my question is, if you're engaged in that kind of activity, again, to me, I don't judge people, man. There's nothing wrong with it. BDSM, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, Brooklyn Queen. If you're engaged in that, hey, good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not judging, you know what I'm saying, at all, because, you know what I'm saying, as long as you're within legal parameters and you're not harming somebody else and you have a consensual partner, people got needs. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge or shame anybody because of what they're doing, right? But my question is, as far as for a guy, if you're involved with a woman that likes BDSM, or, you know what I'm saying, like some of that rough stuff, how do you protect yourself from it? Because part of the whole role-playing thing is you kind of talk crazy. So then, say for instance, there's text messages where, you know, you guys are kind of flirting with each other, but the flirting is kind of crazy talk. Then what if they screenshot that, and then 10, 20 years later, they say, look how this person was talking to me. And it's like, yo, we was in some kinky stuff where, like, we was tying each other up, you know what I'm saying? And gagging and bounding each other. Like, but you can't see that in the context of the text message. All you see is something sounding absolutely crazy. And because 10, 15 years has passed by, they just presenting this, and you really don't have no defense for it. How do you protect yourself from that? How do you prevent that from possibly resurfacing and causing damage? That's my question. What do you guys think about that? And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you guys have not smashed that like button yet, please take a moment, smash the like button. We got 36 people watching and we got 40 likes. If everybody can bang on that like button and get us to 50, that would be great. You guys are shy. It's all good. So now here it says when Miss Grant met Mr. McMahon in 2019, the complaint says her parents had recently passed away and she was unemployed. Mutual friends suggest that she contacted Mr. McMahon about a possible job at WWE. When the two met, Mr. McMahon greeted her wearing only his underwear, according to the complaint. In public or what? That just starts off very strange. I mean, where did he just meet her in the underwear at? That's how you do? You know what I'm saying? How you doing? I'm wearing my tighty whities. Like, what? That's weird as hell. Now, ladies, if you all went to go meet somebody and it wasn't prearranged that the person would be there looking like baby Huey, when you went there and you open that door and you see him sitting in some tighty whities, are you going to continue to go ahead and proceed to meet him, or are you going to be like, I'll catch you later? Which one? What are you guys going to do? What are you going to do? And shout out to DeAndre for being a like enforcer. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, facts, A and B. I wonder what kind of meeting this was or what time this meeting was. We don't have no context about this meeting. Is this one of them? Who made that song, A Meeting in My Bedroom? Is that what this was with Vince McMahon? A meeting in the bedroom? After promising her a position with power and a high salary within the WWE, Mr. McMahon eventually offered Miss Grant an entry-level position on the company's legal staff in June of 2019 in exchange for sex, according to the lawsuit. Doing what as part of the company's legal staff? And how do you just is that legal where they were? I'm gonna get you in lieu of money. Wait, I'm trying to figure out how this even worked. So Mr. McMahon eventually offered Miss Grant an entry-level position on the company's legal staff in June of 2019 in exchange for sex, according to the lawsuit. So she offered to give him some if he gave her a job. I'm assuming. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, Percy Earl says she was with the Get Down. Yeah, she was with the Get Down. Let me ask you guys a question. Do y'all think that she ever got down like this before? Like she just kind of like she just knew what to do? I don't think that most. I don't know. I'm not even about to make no assumptions. Not about to make no assumption. I'm not about to make no assumption. After promising her a position with power and a high salary within WWE, Mr. McMahon eventually offered Miss Grant. All right, so Mr. McMahon offered Miss Grant an entry-level position on the company's legal staff in June of 2019 in exchange for sex, according to the lawsuit. Miss Grant felt trapped in an impossible situation, the complaint says, submitting to McMahon's sexual demands or facing ruin. Now, how do you guys feel about that? Do you guys feel that those were the only two choices that she had? Yeah, I'm leaving it alone. I ain't even going there. I ain't even trying it. I ain't even trying it. Because this is already a lot. Once she was working at the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, the abuse intensified, the lawsuit said. Mr. McMahon took nude photos of her and filmed them having sex, the complaint says. So now, again, some people see this is where what happens if you're a man and you're in a relationship and you and your woman mutually record each other. And then when your woman gets mad at you, it's he forced me to record. How do you defend yourself from that? It's probably not too many people saying too much because people probably trying to think into their memory banks like, did I ever get involved in some stuff like this? I hope it don't never come back to bite me. I hope it don't ever come back to bite me. But seriously, I would like to know what you guys think. Because there are some people that like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They get it in. You know what I'm saying? Have a little smoke and a little snack afterwards, then cuddle and watch each other. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that happens. So then what happens if after the relationship possibly goes sour, the woman comes forward with a tape and says, look what he made me do. Like, oh girl, look what they did in my face. A trap song. Look what they did in my face. Skirt. Look what they did in my face. Skirt. Look what he made me do. Skirt. Look what he made me do. So how do you deal with that as a guy? How do you avoid that type of situation? Is my question for everybody. Because see, Vince McMahon, whatever it was that he did, he got lost in this. And now, as a result of him getting lost in this, he's probably about to lose a substantial amount of money, and he lost his foothold in this company. We appreciate you, JW. What do you guys think, though? What y'all think? For real, I'm serious, man. Don't leave me hanging out here. What y'all think? Y'all scared, man. It's all good. Shout out to Deneen. I knew Deneen would come to the rescue. Shout out to Deneen. Deneen said, like Cassie and Diddy, what he did was disgusting, but she stayed around. Might be an unpopular opinion. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what if people are freaks? You see what I'm saying? If they're consensual freaks, if they have some really wild stuff that they enjoy getting done to them, doing to each other, right? Or being involved with. And then when the relationship goes bad, the freaky ongoings get weaponized and you don't really have a way to put them into context. That's what I'm asking about. Because for whatever reason, I don't understand why it is that anytime there's a freak situation, there's never a freak situation where a woman admits, you know, I like to dress in latex, you know what I'm saying, and you know, have my ass slapped. Nobody ever comes out and admits that. It's always somebody forced me. But they actually make this kind of merchandise for women to buy. Which means that there's a demand for it. There's a market for it. Which means that everybody who engages in that doesn't have a gun up to their head. You know what I'm saying? Black Star Racer said pause. This is for the this for the you know, this for the adult crowd. You know what I'm saying? This for the Scorpios. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Lloyd Sky 9. Lloyd Sky 9 with the $5 super chat. He says sexual relations in the US are strained. NDAs, marriage, and divorce. People in poorer countries aren't dealing with this level of social decay. Yeah, facts. I would agree. I would also go as far as to say it's not just sexual relations in the United States are strained. I think that we're at a point where we're in a situation in the United States where values have decayed to the point to where people will now weaponize anything against anyone, including people that they're close to and that they supposedly, share some type of intimate bond with. But what I'm asking though is, how do guys protect themselves? Because it's easy for a woman to protect the guy. All the woman has to do is just say the guy made her do something. Guy made me do this. Guy made me do that. He scared me. But my question for you guys is, how does a guy protect himself from this? Again, I'm not trying to get too graphic, right? I'm not trying to get too graphic. So if, to the women or to anybody who is listening, I don't want this to sound offensive, but like, I'm actually asking. This is a question for the fellas. Sometimes your woman will be in a zone, you know what I'm saying? She might ask you to, quote unquote, beat it up a little bit more intensely. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's just say you do. Then y'all get in an argument the next day, and she goes to the emergency room and does a kit. How do you protect yourself from that? And see, and when we're talking about that, that's not even going to the freak level. That's not even going to freak. That's just regular. You know what I'm saying? That's just normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't even talking about nothing crazy. That's just basic. Standard issue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly, Brooklyn Queen. That's my point. Thank you so much. Facts. Vince thought he was protected. These arrangements happen every day. And the thing is, that's why I keep referencing that other stream that I did. Y'all really need to go back and watch that. But what happens though? What happens if your significant other, your woman, guys, wants you to, because she's stressed out? You know what I'm saying? And that's what she's with you for, because you can like no other. You know what I'm saying? But then let's just say y'all getting a bad accident or getting a bad argument, like a really bad argument. She goes to the hospital and does a kit. How do you defend yourself from that? See, because here's the thing, right? If there's no physical, like, that would be the only physical evidence. So the only physical evidence would be the quote unquote trauma to the area, right? In most cases, even less evidence than that is required based on a complaint. You know what I mean? So for the guys, right? This is what I'm asking y'all. How do you protect yourself from that if you're in a relationship or if you're single in the dating world or whatever, right? I'm just think about that. Just think about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. Let me know what y'all think. So now here it says he showed the photos and videos to other employees and later used them to intimidate her into silence, according to the complaint. All right. The relationship grew increasingly violent and coercive, according to the lawsuit. Mr. McMahon pressured Miss Grant into having sex with other people, the complaint says, including the other executive named as defendant, Mr. Laurinaitis. That dude sounds like an STD, his name. In one episode described in the suit, Miss Grant says that Mr. McMahon and Mr. Laurinaitis locked her in an office and took turns graping her. Yeah, that's not cool. See, right here, at this point, she should have went to the police on these clowns. But here's my question. If they've done something like that to you, why in the hell would you go back? Why would you go back? Deneen, why I gotta have your last name? That's hilarious. How do you deal with this experience, right? The first time this experience happened, how do you deal with this experience and then just continue to work for this individual? Immediately when this happened, she should have went to the authorities, if you ask me. Now, you're not allowed to question women, especially women who have been victims. I'm going to tell you something. And I want I want to ask the women and I want to ask the men, all right? My assumption, y'all know that I'm a pretty grim person, right? But I'm an undercover optimist. You know what I'm saying? I do have elements of optimism. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to see the world as a better place. I want to see the world as a better place. I want to believe that most women would not lead using their bodies as a form of compensation or to try to get something. Right? I want to believe that. So I want to ask the women in here. I don't think that most women would offer sex, right, for some type of compensation. Here, I need something. I'm gonna go ahead and give it up so you give me this in exchange. I don't think that most self-respecting women would do that. So if you're a woman that does that, that is already to me a red flag. And on top of it, that right there kind of shows me that there's some type of psychology there where you kind of react different to abuse. I don't think most and see when I say self-respecting, bro, I'm talking about actual self-respecting, not women that's, you know what I'm saying, born again Christians after a life of thottery. Not I'm talking about women that have been solid and maintained their entire life and have some type of standards. Because even though they're a minority, there are still women like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that those kind of women would find themselves in this type of situation unless they were kidnapped or taken at gunpoint or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they would voluntarily go to this situation because they would never put themselves in a situation where they would offer somebody their most, prized possession, which is their body, for something of material substance. I don't think that women that have integrity in most cases would do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they would. That's the whole point of having integrity. Women who don't have integrity, who are the majority, would do some stuff like that. Not women who are the minority who have integrity. And see, I think that like when people had these kind of conversations, you watch all this gender war content, you watch all this dumb shit like Fresh and Fit and whatever podcast, and they try to use women in terms of totality. Every woman is a 304, and it's not that easy. That's not how the world works. You know what I'm saying? The actual red pill is that every case is a case-by-case basis. Some people, many people, have similar traits, but similar does not mean the exact same. Even an identical twin, despite the fact that they had a clone DNA, same DNA, they're not they're not the exact same person. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of times people are too lazy to actually like look at these kind of situations and break them down because it's just too much work, burning too much calories with your brain. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DeAndre for the 17 months of membership support. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure you guys show him some love. Throw some radiation emoji and some flames in the chat. Definitely appreciate it. All right. Now, we going kind of wild on this, right? Because this is kind of wild and a deep subject, and I'm trying to take it all over the place. If I'm being too graphic or if I'm offending anybody with anything that I'm saying, please let me know. Have I been too graphic or am I being offensive? Let me know, because I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, because that's not the point of what I'm trying to do as far as this conversation goes. I don't want anybody to feel that way. So please let me know if that occurs. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says in 2022, Mr. McMahon told Miss Grant that his wife had learned of their relationship. See, so what was it that I said in the beginning? First of all, if you're going to do something like this, you need to either be single or your significant other needs to know about it by you telling them, or it needs to be consensual between the two of you. Clearly, his wife learned of it not by him telling. So again, just more stuff that Vince McMahon did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Miss Nisi. Definitely appreciate it. Please make sure that you guys show her some love. Throw some radiation emoji in the chat. Definitely appreciate it. Also, guys, if you guys haven't smashed the like button yet, please take a moment. Make sure you guys smash that like button. We got 36 people watching it. We got 40 likes. If everybody can bang that like button and get us to 50, that would be great. Shout out to Mastermind Hour. Appreciate you, Alonda. All right. So now it says in 2022, Mr. McMahon told Grant that his wife had learned of their relationship and Miss Grant's time at WWE. That's bad, right? First of all, there's two situations here, right? I'm not the marriage police. Some people get down like this where they have extramarital partners and it's consensual. In those cases, though, usually there's some type of open, it's not hidden. That would still count as cheating, even if you have extramarital partners, because you didn't tell your partner about it. Your partner's supposed to be able to have control and influence over the people that you're dealing with, and you have control and influence over the people that they're dealing with, and you know every aspect of them. And if you don't, if you're hiding stuff, now you've turned that into cheating with these polygamous relationships. You know what I'm saying? Modern new stuff that people are doing. I shouldn't even say modern new stuff, because honestly, polygamy is older than the single person marriage. These nuclear marriages that we have now, that's actually the modern marriage. The actual old school marriage is polygamy. So I actually said that wrong. You know what I'm saying? But so he already messed up because he didn't tell his wife. She quote unquote found out. You know what I'm saying? She had learned of their relationship and that Miss Grant's time at WWE was at an end. So the wife got mad and she gonna get Vince together. You got to pick. It's either her or me. You know that's what she said. The lawsuit said. And he began to pressure Miss Grant to sign a non-disclosure agreement to guarantee her silence. So he didn't want anybody, he didn't want her to be able to weaponize telling anybody about their relationship, or probably her being able to tell the wife what was going on. So he was probably trying to use that non-disclosure agreement to stop her from being able to openly talk to his wife, and then his wife take that information that she got from her and use it in a divorce. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, in exchange, Mr. McMahon promised her $3 million. The complaint said he paid the first $1 million, but failed to make further payments, according to the suit. So now technically, right, this, I don't know necessarily if this was part of the, he was trying to preemptively, what he's trying to do is preemptively stop a situation where she could give information to his wife. In my opinion, that's what it seems like. But the sexual coercion continued into March of 2022, 2 months after McMahon had signed the non-disclosure agreement, according to the complaint. But now, why is she still dealing with him, though? Why is Miss Janelle Grant still dealing with shady-ass Vince McMahon? Clearly, Vince McMahon doesn't use good business practice, doesn't use good marriage practice. Shout out to my man, Detroit 313. What's good with it, bro? Doesn't use any type of good practice. Why the hell she still messing with homeboy? Why is she still involved with him? You know what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself the question like, yo, why in your better judgment did you continue to deal with this dude? Right, Tasha. Like, for real, he was like, yeah, peace. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lloyd. Lloyd said Vince is just good at manipulation. How do you even... that could be it. That could be it. That could be it. We'll continue. You know what I'm saying? We'll continue. So now here it says, but the sexual coercion continued into March of 2022, 2 months after McMahon had signed the non-disclosure agreement, according to the complaint, which mentions Mr. McMahon's business negotiations with a person described in the complaint as WWE superstar. Now, you know he was talking about her. To persuade the wrestler to sign a new contract with the WWE. Oh, no. So he wasn't talking about her. To persuade this wrestler to sign a new contract with WWE, Mr. McMahon offered sex with Miss Grant as a part of the deal, according to a screenshot of a text message included in the lawsuit. So now what it seems like to me is that Vince McMahon kind of has like some type of unhealthy obsession with this chick, this Janelle Grant. That's weird. How do you know like that this person how do you know that this person even want, like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know that this person will accept that as payment? E-Rock. Oh, man. Hey, if y'all agree with E-Rock, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree with E-Rock, give me a thumbs down. Deneen says she got that whip appeal. I guess, man. I guess. She, whatever it was, she did something to Vince. Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said, not to mention, this same Vince McMahon had Jimmy Superfly Snuka bailed out while Jimmy had allegedly deleted his girlfriend in the hotel room. That's wild. Shout out to Dre D. What's good with it, bro? That's crazy, man. So, yo, check this out. Imagine this, right? I'm gonna give you like here comes the contract, and then I'm gonna come with here's the terms of the contract, and here you can mess with this chick. I don't understand. How do you know that this guy even would have any value for her? Like, what if he like, man, I don't even like her. Like, what are you talking about? Adding her into the contract? Like, she ain't even my type. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, you just gotta try something though. Like, really? You sitting up there talking about like we had some type of hibachi restaurant or something like that. And I just gotta try this new shrimp fried rice that they got with this with the teriyaki sauce. It's, oh man, you just can't, you just gotta try it. Like, really? Bruh, I don't even like rice all like that, and I'm allergic to seafood. Hypothetically. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy seafood, and rice ain't bad either. But like, who would do that? Like, you can't just put a value on a woman for another dude and be like, here, this is equivalent to $1 million. Like, I don't know that. That shit might be whack. What are you talking about? It might work for you, but that might not be my speed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't putting that in the contract. You better add some more ducats to that contract, bro. What you talking about coming at me with this goofy mess? I don't know. That's so he was trying to persuade the wrestler to sign a new contract. So he gonna offer up Mrs. Grant. Here. We got the WWE. We got a history of all these great wrestlers, and as a bonus, you could mess with this chick over here. Then you looking at the chick like, really? Now, yeah, it sounds like it sounds like sex trafficking, pimping, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Offering that to another wrestler is wild to me. Like, it clearly is how they get down, DeAndre. That's just wild, man. Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, and honestly, if I was the other wrestler, I'd be looking at homeboy sideways, like, man, what? Man, you better add a couple more zeros to the end of that contract and call it a day. I don't know her, man. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. So it was screenshots of this though. You know what I'm saying? Mr. McMahon offered sex with Miss Grant as part of the deal, according to a screenshot of a text message included in the lawsuit. Miss Grant's lawsuit says that the abuse she suffered at the hands of Mr. McMahon and others has caused debilitating post-traumatic stress and thoughts of suicide. She was forced out of the WWE. Oh, when she was forced out of WWE, she obtained a job in the operations department of her apartment building. She lost the job, according to the lawsuit, because lingering trauma left her unable to leave her home for a few weeks at a time. Lawyers for Mr. McMahon could not be reached for comment on Thursday's WWE or on Thursday. WWE's parent company, TKO Group, said in a statement, Mr. McMahon does not control TKO, nor does he oversee the day-to-day operations of WWE. While this matter predates our TKO executive team's tenure at the company, we take Ms. Grant's horrific allegations very seriously and are addressing this matter internally. Okay. The legal action raises new questions about the investigation conducted in 2020 by a special committee of WWE board of directors into Mr. McMahon's conduct. The investigators found that Mr. McMahon had spent $14.6 million between 2006 and 2022 on payments to women. $14 million. $14 million on payments to women who had accused him of sexual misconduct, and that the payments should have been recorded as business expenses. Oh, they was business expenses, all right. They was definitely business expenses. How do you spend $14.6 million? Listen, man, I'll tell you something, man. I'm not spending spent $14 million on women, and you accused them of sexual misconduct. If you was gonna spend money like that and you wanted to do some stuff like that involving women, bro, you could have found you somebody that you could, a couple women that you could have spent less money on and done more and not even been in any trouble. You know what I'm saying? You out here harassing people for free, then turning around and assaulting people for free, then got to pay $14.6 million when you could have just got somebody cooperative, way less the price. This is supposed to be a businessman making business decisions. $14.6 million is now a sunk cost. That is now a sunk cost. You know what I'm saying? This is a sunk cost. He's never going to recover this money. Further investigation by the company found that Mr. McMahon had made additional payments totaling $5 million to two other women. I mean, he's just dishing out millions of dollars to women. Just here goes some money. Millions of dollars. Here goes some money. Here goes some money. Unbelievable. The board's investigating committee never even bothered to interview Miss Grant, according to her lawsuit, which describes the investigation as a sham. Jeff Speed, who led the investigation as a board member, described it as thorough and emphasized that Mr. McMahon had publicly left the company while it proceeded. I remain confident in our investigation, which included outreach to Miss Grant and engagement with her lawyer, Mr. Speed said in an email sent Thursday by Simpson, Thatcher, and Barlett, LLP, the law firm hired to represent the committee. Mr. Speed, who left the WWE board in 2023, added that he recognized the horrific nature of the allegations in the lawsuit, but that he was not at liberty to comment on what was and was not learned during our investigation. Mr. McMahon temporarily resigned from the company during the investigation, though he remained a stockholder with the controlling interest, according to the company's quarterly filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission in August of 2023. In another SEC filing, WWE disclosed that federal investigators had executed a search warrant and had subpoenaed Mr. McMahon. Federal regulatory law enforcement agencies also demanded that the company hand over documents. So they sit up here getting raided left and right. Man, Jay Cage, bro, you ain't never lied. Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said, listen to the interview of Mark Henry and Teddy Long. All right, bro, I'm going to try to find it. Yo, if y'all agree with Jay Cage, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Jay Cage said, ain't enough cat in the world amount to that much. Bro, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. What was you out here doing, bro? And facts, Deneen, that's a great observation. You guys notice that he's able to voluntarily step down? The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Oh, man. Hey, what if that song, what if the remix of that song said, woo? You know what I'm saying? It's the same situation as the Dana White situation. Tori, he up there in that Mexican restaurant or down there in Mexico at some type of club, slapping his wife upside the head. Nobody said anything. They would just keep it quiet. We just act like we don't know about it. We just act like we didn't see it. We just act like Jonathan Majors running down the street getting chased by a MW5000 is the same. It's the same. All these bad men. Dana White actually put his hands on his wife, and it was on camera, and nothing happened. Jonathan Majors was running down the street from that MW5000 like Jason Takes Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? And his ass guilty of what? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That pose that he was on that Vogue magazine is the only thing that I see that he's guilty of. But you know what I'm saying? Aside from that, though, that's crazy, though. Listen, man, that MW5000, she did the same thing as the police did. She was running towards him like the damn predator, probably sitting up there saying, I fear for my life. How you gonna run at somebody like the damn Terminator talking about you run for you're fearful for your life? Or is she running at him, running down the street talking about he chasing me? He's chasing me. Like, what? Oh, man, Tasha, he got that, he looked like Sass Man in that picture. Like he about to go sit on the panel on Fox Soul or something. What's that legitimate individual's name? Funky motherfucker, something like that. Isn't the name Funky motherfucker or something like that? you know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about. That funky dude. You know what I'm saying? Him. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he was about to go up there and hang out with them for a little bit. Yeah, he's about to go there and kick it on Fox Soul. He's gonna talk shit about black men and shit with his legs crossed. with that fur feather scarf that he had around his neck or whatever the hell that was. You know what I'm saying? When Michael B. Jordan seen what was going on, he only tricked Michael B. Jordan into one or two pictures, and then Michael B. Jordan said, I gotta go. I already got people out here calling me corny from my high school. You know what I'm saying? Now you got me involved in this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing but trouble. You ain't nothing but trouble, Jonathan Majors. I gotta go, bro. You a wild boy, son. You know what I'm saying? You a wild boy. Oh man. What's old girl name? Jonathan Majors was finna be on there on Fox Soul with Cynthia G and Umar Johnson, and that T that Umar Johnson had called the queen. You know what I'm saying? He called her a queen. They was all finna be on there, have a little powwow, man. It was about to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's wild, man. Shout out to my man Detroit 313 with the $5 super chat, man. Make sure y'all show him some love. Throw some radiation emoji in the chat for him. Definitely appreciate it. He said, listen to New Jack, the wrestler, interview about Vince McMahon. New Jack is hella brutal. Oh, I bet. So that means he told the truth. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to dig up some of these old WWF interviews. I bet you they got that copyright on lock, though, man. They be on some nonsense with that stuff. So now here it says that no criminal charges were filed against Mr. McMahon, who denied any intentional wrongdoing. It was an accident. I just accidentally offered her to everybody that signed the contract. That shit happened by accident. Like I tripped and fell, and like offering her for sex was on the contract. Like, man, if you don't shut your silly ass up. He agreed to reimburse the company for the cost of the investigation and returned to lead the WWE in early 2023. Soon after his return, McMahon negotiated a deal to sell the company to Endeavor Group, which owns the Mixed Martial Arts League, UFC. Mr. McMahon retained 28 million shares in the combined company, now called TKO Group, where he is also the executive chairman. Now, let me ask you guys a question. This TKO company, is Ari Emanuel involved with this company? Oh, the New Jack interview is on DJ Vlad. DJ Vlad sitting up there saying crazy stuff these days. He's sitting up there saying crazy stuff. Actually, he's not sitting up there saying crazy stuff. He's saying stuff that he heard his parents say, and that they heard their grandparents say, and that he actually believes it come out a little dusty book that they read when they go to, you know what I'm saying, worship. You know what I'm saying? He said that was that lady's name Taraji? That her experiences weren't real. Okay, yours not. Your experiences aren't real. You know what I'm saying? How do you just say somebody's experiences ain't real? You know what I'm saying? Oh, they got other interviews besides DJ Vlad. All right, I'm gonna check them out. Detroit 313. Shout out to Tarek. Tarek said Ari Emanuel's company logo should be a cricket since he's been nothing but silent about both Dana White and Vince McMahon. Everybody should stick the microphone in Ari Emanuel's face. Stick that microphone right in Ari Emanuel's face. Ari Emanuel, what do you have to say about this? 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 What's that dude's name that was trying to drag Bill Cosby? We need to have a difficult conversation about Bill Cosby. We need to actually have a real difficult conversation about Vince McMahon and Dana White. That conversation's so damn different. These white people got like 50 million media outlets, and they can't even have a conversation about this. That's like level infinity difficulty. Especially when you got all the outlets to be able to do it. They could broadcast of talk about a difficult talk about these degenerates to the other side of the universe with the technology and all the businesses that they stole. You know what I'm saying? They could make that difficult conversation where an alien civilization could hear about it so they don't make the same pitfalls as some shitty human beings. But instead, we just won't talk about it. Just won't talk about it. Oh, man. Whatever. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Vince McMahon cuts WWE ties after sex trafficking accusations. So this is what Deneen was talking about, how, you know, in most cases, he'd be forced to step down. But Vince McMahon is so privileged and weird that he was able to step down on his own because nobody really cared that he was doing any of this. The only reason why they care is because of the bad publicity that the company is getting. And they don't want the company's stock value to go down. So they said, you got to go. Shout out to Harvey. You know what I'm saying? Harvey be having me dying laughing. Harvey be going in on Bill Maher, rightfully so. Everybody Harvey go in on, he go in on him, rightfully so. And Harvey real open-minded too. You know what I'm saying? I got a different kind of respect for Harvey. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the co-founder of World Wrestling Entertainment stepped down from its parent company board one day after an ex-employee accused him of sexual assault in the lawsuit. Now, in that last lawsuit that they was talking about, he removed himself from the company too. Now, where do y'all think that this is going to go? Do y'all think that you're going to see Vince McMahon back in charge of this company? Yeah, I got to agree. If you guys agree with Cameron, Cameron says, I don't think they care, nor do their audience. Facts. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care one bit. Now, yeah, shout out to Tarek. Professor Black Truth really been hammering Ari Emanuel. I hope Professor Black Truth actually does a video about this. I don't know if he has yet, but I hope he does. I hope he does. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Al McCowan with the double ducats. Make sure that y'all show some love. Throw some radiation emoji and some flames in the chat. Shout out to Mike. What's good with you, bro? I ain't even see you in here, man. Vince McMahon, longtime chairman and former chief executive of the World Wrestling Entertainment, resigned from the board of WWE's parent company on Friday, one day after a former employee accused him of sexual assault and sex trafficking in a lawsuit. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that this woman, Janelle Grant, has legit mental problems? Or do you think that she's who's more of the master manipulator? Vince McMahon? Or do you even think that the Janelle Grant woman was manipulated? See, because people get mad. Oh, don't be talking about no victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just asking. We just need to ask these questions. Yeah, I got in it. Thank goodness it was a woman that answered first. Yeah, shout out to Deneen. I agree. I think that her and shout out to Leonard. I think that her and Vince McMahon are nuts. They are both toxically nuts. And I agree with Rob from Denver. She doesn't have mental problems. This is a sugar baby Breaking Bad, and not just Breaking Bad, trying to cash out. She Breaking Bad and trying to cash out. WW. Is that Walter White or White Woman? which one? You know, when Hank was opened up that book and it had WW in it, which one was Hank talking about? Oh man, what was Hank talking about? You know what I'm saying? Mr. McMahon, who was 78, was the executive chairman of the TKO Group, the parent company of WWE, where he no longer held a formal position. WWE employees were informed of the charges in an email sent by Nick Khan, the company's president. He will no longer have a role with TKO Group Holdings or WWE, Mr. Khan wrote in the email, a copy of which was obtained by the New York Times. The lawsuit filed on Thursday in U.S. District Court in Connecticut accuses Mr. McMahon of trafficking the employee, Janelle Grant, as well as physically and emotionally abusing her. The graphic complaint, which also named John Laurinaitis, the former WWE executive, and the company itself as defendants, says that Mr. McMahon and Laurinaitis had once taken turns graping Grant, among numerous other allegations. So now this is one of those remixes. This goes on to just remix everything that we already wrote. And it also gives a little bit of the history, which we already read in the last one. All right. So now here, there's an article from the Wall Street Journal. All right. How many people saw this article from the Wall Street Journal? If you guys saw this article from the Wall Street Journal, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't see the article from the Wall Street Journal, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, I got to agree with Bron. Shout out to my man Bron's the guy, by the way. Bron said, if you know Vince, this isn't surprising at all. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Oh, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. He did you the same way he did Janelle. Your name Janelle? Flatback Lives Matter said, Vince thied me and smeared doodoo on my neck. And he was going around trying to sell your flat back to get contracts. He said, oh my God. If the money is not enough, this flatback got to be, because, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, calm your crazy ass down and actually offer money for contracts. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, if you I mean, if you ain't gonna do it, hold on real quick. I'm gonna take her back here real quick. Like, for real, bro. Like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. What's wrong with this dude, man? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? They both need to get their head checked, man. I'm sorry. They're talking about victim shaming and all that. Man, they both got to get right, man. Flatback Life Matters say, I used to have a booty until I met Vince. Damn. That's what you suing for too, huh? You about to go get it surgically put back on. I ain't mad at it. Whatever. Spend some of that money from your health insurance plan on a psych doctor, though. Just do that. All right. So, you know, this is like the initial, you know what I'm saying? This just has a lot of the initial information. Let me see. We can look at the actual court document. We ain't about to read all this nonsense, though. We're going to pull a little stuff off of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got to agree with Deneen. I don't feel bad for her, man. I just think these people are crazy. I couldn't never rationalize any of this. How many of y'all could rationalize any of this? I'm like Tori, and I feel nothing. Carlton said John Cena been running around like this for years. He be into this type of stuff. Shawn Michaels was into Shawn Michaels. You could kind of tell he was kind of wild with it. You could tell he was on some other shit. Let me see. Introduction. Plaintiff Janelle Grant is a former employee of the WWE who was the victim of physical and emotional abuse. Now, here's my question, right? Was there any point in this situation where she was held against her will? Shout out to Torian. Torian says, we are a rational, moral group of people, hence why this is hard for us to wrap our head around how dismissive this is to some people. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. If you guys agree with Torian, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. I can't argue with that. I guess the proof is right here because I can't wrap my head around this. This is just bizarre. You know what I'm saying? On both ends. Like, this is two problematic people. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. 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 McMahon assurances that Miss Grant was safe and independent rang hollow in light of his efforts to isolate her from friends and attempt to chip away at her identity until it was replaced with his desired role for her as his B-word and his fantasy and or his porn star, while occasionally intermixing softer descriptors like girlfriend, baby, or even love when convenient. He exercised complete ownership and control over both her personal and professional lives. McMahon also subjected Miss Grant to acts of cruelty and degradation that caused Miss Grant to disassociate and become numb to the reality in order to survive the horrific encounters. Oh, they got some crazy stories on here, man. This is wild. I don't understand how how does it get this deep? I guess is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do you get to the point to where you can't remove yourself from the situation? Like, to me, like when you dealt with this at first, that first encounter should have been enough to like, I'm out, deuces. Would you guys agree? Like, how do you get to this point of where you just continue to let this happen? How do you do it? Does that make sense? Y'all said the money, money, money. Money. She did it for that mean green. Man, that's crazy, man. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on real quick. Yeah, man, this is wild. I'm not about to sit here and read this insanity. This is 67 pages of a novel. She could probably turn this into like a damn Netflix film or something like that. If y'all want this, if y'all want access to this insanity here, I'm about to throw the link in the chat. Hold on real quick. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Throw this link in here real quick, y'all. If y'all haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button. Also, if y'all haven't hit that bell, hit that bell. Shout out to Chris for becoming a new member. Appreciate you, bro. Hold on. I'll throw this up on the screen in a minute. We're going to rename this. It's called nasty.pdf. Okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Shout out to Chris for becoming a sponsor. Put the real one up there. Make sure y'all show him some love. Throw some radiation emoji in the chat. Throw some flames in the chat for Chris. Yo, check this out. Hey, I think that Chris made member number 98. Yep, 98. Yeah, hey, we only need 2 more members, y'all, till we get to that 100. 2 more members. Can we get them 2 more members before the end of the stream? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we get that nice round number before the end of the stream? That's only 2 ducats. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Let me see what else they got on here. We're going to go back to this Wall Street Journal real quick. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said Vince mentions black men in his text message. Just say Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was right. Yo, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and Neely Fuller Jr. are right about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Why would Vince McMahon even like that's just bizarre. You know what I'm saying? So read the complaint. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what else they got. They probably got all them other files over here. So he's offered. He's took her. This is her. This is Janelle Grant right here. This woman right here. He's offering her to everybody as as terms of freaking, what do you call that shit? Contract. Here, go ahead. You can mess with her. Everybody might not think she looked good, dude. She might not have no value to some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, Vince McMahon got to be a psycho control freak. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to my man Detroit 313 for becoming a member. Definitely appreciate it. If y'all haven't smashed that like button and hit the bell yet, make sure y'all take a moment, smash that like button and hit the bell. Yo, we only need 1 more before we get 100. We only need 1 more before we get 100. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. You know what? It's not updated. Yeah. When it updates, it should show. You know what I'm saying? It should show. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Sometimes YouTube be acting weird. Watch. This stream going to end with like 3 views and like 70 likes. Because YouTube be on some weird stuff. Hold on real quick. Let's see. Hold on. Shout out to AMB. AMB must have joined. Yeah, that's it, man. We got the 100. Excuse me. We got the 100. That's what's good. We got 100. JK said attack of the flatbacks. Man, apparently her flatback literally drove Vince McMahon mad. Like it made him crazy, I guess. She was already crazy. You know what I'm saying? They say crazy. I'm saying they say They say crazy hit different. You know what I'm saying? they say crazy hit different. They say crazy do something to you. They say crazy make you crazy. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he was trying to tell everybody, like, they probably was like, oh, she turned you into some type of zombie or something, bro. Like, I'm good. Janine said, how old is she? You know what? It said in here how old she was, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Hold on real quick. Oh, you know what? It don't say. She's probably young. She looked kind of young. Vince McMahon he one of them people that been old like ever since I knew him, which started out when I was a little kid. He like Bob Barker. You know, like the people back then was way healthier than people are nowadays. People like Bob Barker and Betty White. You know what I mean? Like, who's some old school people that's from TV? All them old white TV shows, they all was senior citizens like the entire time I've been alive. The dude from Jeopardy, what's his name? They like eternal senior citizens. Morgan, you know what? Shout out. Yeah, Morgan Freeman is another one. Morgan Freeman been an old man my entire life. Like, I've never known a young Morgan Freeman. This nigga's literally been an old man since I was a child and became an old man. Like, damn, nigga, how old are you? Vince been old, bro. He's been a old, steroided up old man the entire time I've been alive. Carol Burnett, another one. The Golden Girls, Alex Baldwin, facts. Y'all remember Larry King from CNN? He was an eternal old man. Bob Barker was literally 100 years old for like 500 years. Like, that motherfucker was born a teenager. On his actual birthday, he was 17 years old. Like, he just came out 17 years old. Walter Cronkite, Ted Danson is another one. The only thing that changed about, like, Ted Danson's hair is white now. But aside from that, he probably was dyeing his hair the color that it was back then. Red Fox. Yeah, Bob Barker ain't never aged, bro. Like, I never. You know who else? The ring dude for the ring dude for UFC, and the ring dude for boxing. They've just been their entire life been 65 years old, because they're not too old where they like Joe Biden's age, but they're that age where they can still be functional, but you know that they kind of old. Larry Hagman, facts. Hulk Hogan, that fool been the same age. Like, the hell, like, they've been doing some weird stuff in Hollywood and all that. Shout out to my man Alonzo, man. Appreciate you, bro, for joining the membership. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Now we over 100. Now we on our way to 150. That's what's good. You know what I'm saying? Black light ain't an army. We a Navy. You know what I'm saying? You try to play a haters that it ain't gravy. You know what I'm saying? You try to play a haters that it ain't gravy. Let's see what else they got over here. Let's see if they got them text messages. Kid Gravity showed them text messages on his live stream. So if y'all ain't watched that live stream that Kid Gravity did, make sure y'all go take a moment. Look at this. Look at this. Old man, but still built, though. I'm going to just hop in the gym and fight one of y'all if y'all ain't working out y'all contract. Like, so you know this dude crazy. So you know this dude's crazy. This don't make no damn sense. Brooklyn Queen said it's a lot of pausing with them texts. You said the members come flowing in. Facts. Hey, look, hey, Look, man, listen, man. I ain't even saying nothing. I ain't even saying I'm gonna have to holler at you. We gonna have to. I'll have to holler at you off the stream. DeAndre, I'm gonna have to give you a little bit of game, bro. I got you though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this dude look like the final boss. Man, that's crazy, man. I'm tripping, bro. Like, this don't make no damn sense. Flatback Matter said, did you put the transcript? No, I had put the transcript in here, but I can put it in Discord though. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Let me see something. All right, let me see. Hold on. All right, I'm about to put it in the Discord right now. Yo, speaking of the Discord, if y'all not subscribed to the Discord, take a minute and hit that link that's pinned in the chat. Take a minute and hit that link that's pinned in the chat and join the Discord. Let me see what else they got over here. Oh, yeah. So look at this. Basically, what they did here. Is put all of that court transcript into here. In July of 2021, the suit said McMahon instructed Grant to create personalized sexual content for a WWE superstar he was trying to re-sign. The suit didn't name the professional wrestler, but described him as both a UFC fighter and a WWE talent. People familiar with the matter identified the wrestler as Brock Lesnar, one of WWE's biggest names. Lesnar didn't respond on Thursday to request for comment. The suit said McMahon. I mean, what's up with all these dudes? I mean, like, why would Brock Lesnar even like? What is up with that chick that everybody like just takes some porn from her or something like that? Like it's gold. That wouldn't even be on the negotiating table. Like, I don't seriously. Shout out to Detroit 313. Detroit 313 said Brock Lesnar is a freak. But bro, here go my thing. If you're Brock Lesnar, I would assume that he could get like whoever the hell he wanted to. He probably got sports groupies that probably look better than her for free. Let alone not having to have that tamper with your contract. Shout out to JK. JK said Brock was in on that too, and his wife looked better. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand what. I don't understand. Like I said, there's only one thing that I could think of. The only thing that I could think of is that old girl was completely crazy, and because she was completely crazy, she wasn't opposed to doing that suicide. You know what I'm saying? She was active in doing that suicide. And you know what I'm saying? Some people don't be ready for that suicide. You know what I'm saying? They don't be ready for it. So, and she was nuts. Like I said, the urban legend is that when the crazy hit harder. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This is wild, man. So it says the suit said McMahon shared explicit photos with the star and informed Grant that he likes what he sees. After the star agreed to a new contract, McMahon texted Grant in August of 2021 and said that part of the deal was effing you. That's crazy. That is crazy. If pictures of her was what brought Brock Lesnar back to the UFC, like what? Shout out to Mind Games Uncut. What's good with it? Man, that I don't get it. I don't even think that this is freakiness, bro. Like this, I don't think that this constitutes as freakiness. This to me constitutes as just weird. It just constitutes as weird. It's just weird, bro. It's just weird. It's just weird. It's just weird. And what's even crazier is that it's not going to get discussed unless we discuss it and keep it alive. And I'm trying to figure out the psychology. Like this is just bizarre. Just bizarre. I can't, from a business standpoint, I can't rationalize an offer of some woman that some other guy likes being offered to me. Like I don't want that. Like what? That's not even on the table, bro. Like I'll mess around and not take the contract because you're weird. Like what are you doing? This is your little helper that you walk around with all the time. What you? I don't want to deal with her. Like what the what? So now here it says after Grant signed the NDA, McMahon continued the abuse according to the suit. It alleged that he forced Grant to perform, that right there, the last time they met, and then attempted to traffic her to the WWE star in March of 2022. She texted the star explicit photos as directed by McMahon, but they didn't meet, the suite said. The lawsuit seeks a judgment that the NDA is invalid under state and federal compensatory and punitive damages on other under laws, including Trafficking Victims and Protection Act. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that they're going to do Vince McMahon like how they doing Donald Trump? If you guys think that they're going to do Vince McMahon like how they did Donald Trump, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't, then give me a thumbs down. Detroit 313 said y'all should have seen Brock's daughter. I seen Brock's daughter. She looks exactly like Brock's daughter, or like Brock Lesnar, and that's not a like. When I say she looks exactly like Brock Lesnar, she looks exactly like him, muscles and all. Like she actually looks like she could be a WWF fighter. Ain't she a bodybuilder or something like that? Like that she looks like Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? And not in a good way. Sometimes you look like your dad. Nah, man, you look too damn much like your dad. Like way too much like your dad. Like you look like your name is Brock. Tarek says what do the daughter look like? She looked like Brock Lesnar with a mullet and a wrestling helmet on. That's what she looked like. She looked like Brock Lesnar, bro, with a mullet and a wrestling helmet on. Let me see. Hold on real quick. She do like, I don't know what the hell kind of shit she do, because look at this. She play all kind of sports, I guess, because I don't even know what the hell kind of jersey this is. But when I tell you she looks exactly like Brock Lesnar with a wrestling helmet on, I'm not kidding. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Which one is Brock Lesnar? And they claim I caught myself. I was about to say some stupid shit. Shout out to Dwayne Rhodes. What's good with it, bro? I was about to say something dumb. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's crazy. Hold on real quick. Let me see. Let's see. Hold on. Look at this. You can't tell. This is one of them people, somebody They would have her on Fox News talking about they keep trying to let these people like this fight against women. And then somebody had to tell the news anchor, oh, that's a woman. And she don't just throw the shot put, bro. She launches the shot put. Matter of fact, I heard last time she was at a shot put competition, the shot put never came down. Like they said that that space mission that they just sent to the moon found it somewhere up there. You big, strong body ass. Like, man, that's crazy. She played for Colorado State too. She a rival of shout out to Cyberdean B1. What's good with it? She a rival of Deion Sanders' school, Colorado University. I bet you they send her out on the field. She'll take out some of them football players. Matter of fact, Coach Prime needs to try to get her to play football. Now that's an actual woman that could go into a men's sport and probably actually do okay. An actual biological woman. Not a one of them put together ones. one of them surgically augmented kind. You know what I'm saying? This is a real, yeah. They say Colorado State on her jersey or whatever the hell that thing is. I don't know what you even call that. Let me see. Yeah, this wild right here. This picture right here, man. What? Detroit said she looked like she ran through 3 semi-trucks. Man, she looked like she stopped 3 semi-trucks with her bare hands. PD that remains said, I still can't believe that's Brock's kid. Shit, look at them right next to each other. She looked like she could beat him up. I want to see her versus Just Pearly Things. That's what I want to see. Leonard said she looked like a Ukrainian porn star. Man, if that's the case, bro, don't never get no Ukrainian porn. That's that kind. Don't ever go to that's that type of shit that you get a motherfucker the money to put the clothes back on. Here, this is the opposite type of strip club where you go on stage naked with the clothes down on the floor and you put the money back on and tell them to hurry up and put them clothes back on and put something over your head. I'll give you an extra 100 if you put something over your face. I'll give you a couple racks if you put something over your head. Hold on, let me go to the ATM machine. Oh man, I'll give you like 3 or 4 racks if you keep your face covered. Oh man, they just got it good all the way around, man. They got women that get paid to take their clothes off. You got motherfuckers that get paid to keep the motherfuckers on. Like, god damn, I might have to take back my position on women living life on easy mode, man. They just got it right. If they do it wrong, they get it right. If they do it right, they get it wrong. Like, that shit crazy. Oh man, that's wild, man. That is crazy. She need to join the WWF. She would beat every single female up that's in the WWF. She would whoop their asses. She would beat all the women and then be ready to have a match against Bobby Lashley. Dwayne Rose said, ask any black D1 athlete. Sex ends with a choke slam. Man, that's crazy. How do you have pictures out there looking like that, man? Like, that's crazy. Let me see. Hold on. Yo. Oh, that's him. I was about to say, man, that's dumb right there. Look at this. Hold on real quick, man. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on real quick. Shout out to Chris. Chris said, you know it's bad when the simps are not interested in her. Bro, I don't know. I don't even know what a simp could do for her. What could a simp do? Look at that. Man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, all the simps, they're like, nah, they're past. They're going to get beat up. That's too modern. That's too masculine. You remember Ludacris had that? Ludacris had that song, Too Fast, Too Furious. This too modern, too masculine. Too masculine, too modern. She too modern for y'all, man. Too fast, too furious. Oh, man. Too modern, too masculine. She too masculine, y'all. Oh, man. Hey, this was crazy, though, right? Why we got this up on the screen and the number of people watching this going up, man? People ain't got no goddamn sense. Y'all don't have any sense, man. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to my man Dwayne Rhodes for the double ducats. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all throw some radiation emoji in the chat and some flames in the chat for him. Definitely appreciate it. See, now they're trying to run away. The people that was shadow watching, and you know, it's probably some undocumented bros that was watching too. Ooh, she look good. This is what I come to America for. She get me green card. She get you green urine too. She get you some green urine too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Dwayne said that she'll clean up at Comic-Con as Conan. Facts. Luke Thigh-Walker. Oh, man. PD that remains says she got too much of her dad's genetics involved in her. She probably got a little bit of her dad's steroids involved in her, too. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? I would not be surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm going to try to come back a little bit later with some other live streams. I might not be able to because this one ran kind of late. But if not, I'm going to get some stuff set up for tomorrow. So let me shout out everybody that contributed to the stream. I definitely appreciate you guys. And shout out to us, man. Throw some flames in the chat for hitting 100 members finally. It seemed like we was right on the border, on the brink for a long time. And it just like, damn, that shit, can we just get it? Finally got it. Finally got it. So that's what's up. Shout out to my man AMB with the 1999. Shout out to my man Lloyd Sky 9 with the 5 ducats. Shout out to my man DeAndre for the 17 months of membership support. Shout out to Miss Nisi for the 5 ducats. Shout out to my man Detroit 313. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to my man Al McCowan with the double ducats. Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to the new members, man. We got Chris in the building. We got Detroit 313. We got AMB. Shout out to you, bro. And shout out to Alonzo. Alonzo is also a member on my other channel. So shout out to him, man. Definitely appreciate that. And shout out to Dwayne. You know what I'm saying? With the 2 ducats. Shout out to my man Dwayne. Definitely appreciate it. Like I said, y'all, I'm going to try to come back with the rest of them streams that I want to do, but I might not be able to. Your boy might just pass out. You know what I'm saying? But if I wake up, though, I got y'all. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this bitch like, hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey. I'm really him. Don't believe me? Come and see me. Got 3 wishes from my genie. Now I'm on your local TV. Y'all on tour. Got demons. Say she wanna come and see me when I'm in a local city. I'm like, pause though. Please step aside so they can see me. And I walk up in this like, Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. I'm the realest from my city, that's on my knee, that's on Kiwi, that's on mamas. Niggas don't believe me, come and see me. I been dodging all that fake. All these niggas working broke, but I been getting paid. All that know me from the street. Flexing for what feature, that's like every other week. Talk behind my back, I kick my feet up, have a seat. Cause at the end of the day, all these watching me as I walk up in this like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, on God. Walk up in this like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him, hold up. Look, walking this like, hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey, I'm really him, hold up.